I send my ex long daily voice messages because I'm dying soon. I think I'm blocked, so he doesn't want to hear from me. I've tried. It was an ugly ending. But when you're quickly entering into the final chapter of your life at the age of 38, the whole world looks different. I can't not love, you know? All the arguments and petty little things that used to matter so much just disappear, and all you can think of are the sweet times you had together. I believe he still loves me too, and maybe he is listening. Maybe not. But I tell him about my day, tell him that I miss him and love him, what I've been up to, share little memories of when we were together. Yesterday I was crying so hard that he probably couldn't make out what I was saying if he wanted to. It was the anniversary of my parents' sudden death, so emotional overload x100. I can't wait to be with them. Until then, I try to stay positive and live each moment to the fullest, but it's not the same without him. I feel selfish for doing this, but it makes me feel better. Maybe he'll come across them one day and appreciate them. Maybe I'm just talking into the void. And maybe with everyone else I love having died and my diagnosis, I can indulge myself in some selfishness. I tried to just write it in a journal or sending the messages to myself, but it doesn't feel the same. I miss him. Dude, I'm sorry you're going through this, but leave him the F alone at this point. Get a therapist. If he wanted to respond, he would. This is not healthy, and if you cared, you would respect this boundary. Stop. Dying doesn't make harassing someone okay. You don't get a free pass to be selfish, manipulative, or obnoxious. Why are you doing that to him? Do you want him to hear it and feel shame? To just forget everything that happened? Leave him alone. You're harassing him. Stop it. It's gross and cruel to keep harassing him. My BF's fake. Incompetence is driving me crazy. Like, where do they even get the audacity? I, F33, work 2 jobs. He, M31, temporarily works part-time. He said he'd take care of more things around the house ATM, so I have that off my to-do list when I get home. I loved him for saying that. Unfortunately, it was just that, words. Today I called him from work and asked if he would cook for both of us since it was late, or if I should plan to cook for myself later. He said he had already cooked but not enough for 2. Okay, I'll cook for myself then, I guess. Before I started my drive home, I called him again and asked him to start boiling some potatoes for me, 'cause I would be home in 30 minutes, and then it wouldn't take so long until food's ready. He said yes, and asked me to pick STH up from the pharmacy on my way. Even though he had time to do this himself the entire day, I did it. Of course the queue was super long. When I got home he thanked me, then said, "I'm the worst boyfriend of the world though, sorry." 'Cause he had forgotten to put on those potatoes, like I asked him to just 30 minutes ago. I was disappointed, yet reacted calm, said it happens, and got to cooking. In between, I went to the living room shortly and saw that he had taken the laundry from the rack, but instead of folding it away, like I always do, because why would I do things half-assed, he had just put it on our dining table. So I asked him, again calmly, to please fold it away so I can use the table. It was mostly sheets. And then he asks me, where do the sheets go? BDCH please. He knows where they go. They have never chanced where they are the entire time we live in this apartment. He had asked this several times before, and I remember at least 3 times that I had told him where the sheets go. Like, do you even live here? Yet I still managed to stay patient and tell him where they go. The big ones here, the small ones there. And get back to cooking when he asks, how can I see which size the sheets are? You look at the little label. Where is the label? On the inside. Annoyed he replies, I can't find theat. I stop cooking and go help him. While doing so I ask him if he feels stressed 'cause of his little tone there. He says, yes, 'cause you come home and it's like 10 things I'm supposed to do. That made me angry, but I don't want to fight, so I go back into the kitchen while he goes to attach the laptop to our TV. And only seconds after starting to do that he asks me, where does the HDMI cable go into our TV? My patience runs out. I go out and calmly, yes, miracles happen, tell him I will be having dinner in my room 'cause I need some alone time. He respects that. After coming back together approx an hour later, he tells me that he feels so sorry seeing so stressed after work, and that if he can do anything to help me feel less stressed, I should just let him know. Just let him know. So I lose it. What about you help by starting to live in this house Oswell? By learning where your own stuff goes. By not doing tasks half-hearted because I do them so much better, so I have to finish them. By boiling my FC can potatoes as I asked you to because I always have to think ahead since you only think and cooked for yourself. by using your bigger amount of free time to buy stuff you need yourself. What about that, huh? This fake incompetence FCKS me up so much. He was an amazing man until he started behaving like a FCKNG cliché. Don't men know how much better their live would be if they just did their FCKN part and grew a spine? The FCKN audacity. This guy is an engineer FFS. Stop pretending you are dumb. He won't change. You need to leave. You'll be happier, I promise. He's a bum. Go listen to TLC No Scrubs. He gets the audacity from you unable to leave him. Everything up to this point is probably him. Everything after this point is you. Hope you know you're worth more than this horrible excuse of an existence. Take care and good luck. The term is called weaponized incompetence, and women everywhere are starting to get fed up about it. He won't change. Find someone who isn't a bum. My daughter's sub-teacher is my childhood bully. My daughter's sub-teacher is my childhood bully. First thing first, on mobile, so excuse any formatting. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. As the title says, my daughter's 5F teacher has been out sick for the last month and will not be back for at least another month. The teacher subbing is the girl that bullied me for 6 years in school. I haven't really spoken to her at all since she took over the class. But it kills me watching my daughter adore her, going back at pickup to give her another hug. Just crossing her in the hallway or at the school gate. I pretend that it doesn't bother me. Next month will be parent-teacher conferences, and I pray her original teacher is back by then. I cannot go in there and face that teacher. She probably doesn't even realize how I feel. I'm just a girl from way back, 20 years ago, who she hasn't spoken to in all that time. But she scarred me. I pray my husband can take time off of work so he can join me, because I cannot go in there alone. Go to PDA and ask her about bullying in school, how she plans to address it. It makes total sense that this brings up old wounds. Seeing someone who hurt you in the past, especially around your child, is tough. Bring your husband for support if you can, and remember your feelings are valid, even if she's different now. At PTC, ask her flatly how she intends on addressing bullying. What is your stance and plan on addressing bullying in your classroom? Since you were relentless when you bullied me when we were younger. Then wait. Yesterday I realized he's the one. 5 years ago, I was with the person I was dating at the time, and we were sitting on a bench. I was stressed about family stuff, and was telling him what had happened, like we all do with friends or partners. He listened quietly, and didn't say much about the situation. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I remember feeling incredibly alone, almost regretting bothering him with my problems. Fast forward to yesterday. I'm going back to work tomorrow after more than a month off for an emotional shock. I just found out I also need to find a new place to live urgently. I told my boyfriend, the shock plus going back to work and searching for a new place in the middle of winter is just a lot. He told me that what happened earlier this year was a real shock. But finding a new place? That wasn't just another stress piling up. It was self-care. It was me choosing a space that fits me better. It was me taking care of myself. Something shifted in me instantly. I looked at him with stars in my eyes and said, "You know what? You're right." My mind immediately flashed back to that bench 5 years ago. The same stress, same feeling, but this time, I wasn't alone. In the middle of that chaos, he managed to change my perspective with one sentence. After that, we sat on the bed, facing each other, and talked about how we would organize the move. He treated it like it was his own problem. That touched me deeply. When he left, I cried tears of joy and realized how lucky I am to have him. This is so sweet up. I'm glad you have such a supportive partner. Heartsuit. Not feeling alone in a relationship is one of the most underrated things. I'm happy for you. This is beautiful smiling face with heart eyes.